Good morning. We will start our webinar in 2 minutes. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our ALS Webinar Wednesday series. My name is Alejandra Herrera, and I'm the Marketing Coordinator for ALS North America. I will be facilitating the webinar today. If you're having technical issues with our webinar platform or you have any questions, use the chat function at the bottom of the screen. You can also select the hand icon to notify me of your status so I can assist you. All questions regarding the webinar material will be answered at the end of the presentation. Our presenter today is Amy Ann Dijon from Media Lab Science. Amy Ann is a creative leader with experience in the beauty industry. She's recognized as a skincare and cosmetics industry expert, author, speaker, and educator. Today, Amy Ann will be discussing how influencer fatigue drives 6-second video to increase brand sales. Amy Ann, I will now turn it over to you.
Thank you, Alejandra. I'm very excited to present today. And I just wanted to start out by saying that I'm so thrilled that we have the opportunity to share our science and our creativity sort of in the same platform. Media Lab Science started in September of 2020, and we became part of the ALS group in March of 2021. So we're very excited to be part of this scientific group. We're a team of scientists and creative experts over here. So I wanted to just start out by sharing a little bit of information regarding social media. And one of the things that we've noticed in the social media platform is that you really only have 6 seconds, right, to grab someone's attention. And, I kind of equate it to speed dating. You have to put yourself out there as a brand, but you only have a limited amount of time to capture someone's attention. And it has to be super authentic. And one of the things that we do here at Media Lab Science is we help the brands compete. In this fast-paced world of social media, it's no surprise that video is definitely preferred over text. And it really is obviously interesting to see the success of TikTok over Instagram. And because that is a completely video platform. And then Instagram started to do the reels more and more to really compete with TikTok. So what we try to do here at Media Lab Science is create video content that supports the science behind the clinical testing. The beauty industry is worth over $511 billion, and women spend over $313 every month as an average on beauty products. But they're looking for products that work. However, stats and information and claims are just not enough. And in addition to that, there's influencer fatigue, is that there's so much going on in the industry with influencers, and are they authentic, are they real? But yet they're listening to the influencers because of the platforms and the number of audience that they have. And what we're doing here at Media Lab Science is we're creating user-generated content that's real because the participants have actually tried the products. And So there's no doubt that influencers have lost their trustworthiness, but yet we still are always looking for consumers that we can trust. So how do you take the fact that we need video content, but we also need user-generated content? For brands, this is really the struggle, because consumers want authenticity, they want video, and so how do you create that in a world where influencers are kind of decreasing in the amount of trustworthiness that they have? Most people, 72%, would rather learn through video. 95% of the message is retained when you watch a video, as opposed to 10% when you're doing text. So really, is video the key? Is video converting into sales more than text? And the answer is absolutely yes. But how do brands create video and create content that's real and trustworthy? Because most people don't want to put on their own social media, if they're not an influencer, the products that they're using. Because the discussion has been video alone is the key to success, because data is dry. Video evokes emotion. So if you just have consumers that are talking about the product, but then you don't have the claims to support it, it's a little bit boring, right? So we want both. We want authenticity and we want the science as well. What we do at Media Lab Science is we create these videos, but knowing that not all videos are created equal. You must have emotional, real content, inclusive. It has to be diverse. It can't just be one person. It has to be proven ingredients, proven trustworthiness, proven products, and most importantly, high quality production. Because if you do something that's low quality, it makes the consumers feel the brand is low quality. We create relatable, emotional, real videos. And these video testimonials help increase sales. 9 out of 10 people say they trust what people say on a video more than a testimonial or a review, because you look at that person and you believe what they're saying. So how do you create an emotional video? An emotional video has to start with storytelling. And what's really unique is being able to draw that information from the participants. Here you can see people on camera, and not everyone is comfortable on camera. But at Media Lab Science, what we do is we make everyone comfortable on camera. As a beauty industry expert, I'm talking to the person. It's a real conversation about their skin. So if they're trying products for 30 or 40 days or 45 days, I'm asking them, what kind of results have you seen? But being an industry veteran and an esthetician, I really understand the kinds of changes that they're seeing. And we do this in a super relaxed environment. And we create really fun, relatable, and enjoyable content. I'm going to play these videos. You won't be able to hear them, but you can see them. And it's really amazing to see the content. And this person has tried the product for 30 days, and they actually see longer, healthier lashes. But we take this content and we create it into video, and so it's more believable. So when you do high quality video, it really helps people understand the results of the product. Because I can tell you that a mascara is great or a lipstick is great, but if you see the results for yourself on a video and you hear somebody talking about the results, you're going to be much more interested in the product. And when we look for video participants, we look for inclusive, we look for diverse. At Media Lab Science, we're located in Studio City, California, and we have the ability to recruit everyone. Ages, Fitzpatrick scales, skin types, concerns, different languages. You know, LA is definitely a melting pot. And in addition to that, most people are comfortable on camera. So when we recruit, it's different than traditional clinical studies where the brand doesn't get to see the participant until the study is over. Here, They get to choose their participants. They get to choose what color of eyes that they have, if they have curly hair or straight hair or short lashes or long lashes, so that we can truly be inclusive and diverse. And then you take the testimonial of the product and you see the performance. So we are the only company in the world that combines clinical testing, before and after photos, and video testimonials all in one spot. And why is this important is because video testimonial is what's driving sales. Efficacy is mandatory. You have to prove the efficacy of the products. And we can do that with the same people that are trying the products and then going on video. And this is what really makes Media Lab Science completely different, is that we have reputable clinical testing house. We do data interpretation and have incredible reports. In addition to that, we really think about the marketing, right? So from the moment that we recruit these participants, they are going to then be on camera. They're going to be on photos and videos and eventually a commercial shoot. So it's the only company that combines clinical testing, before and after photos, data interpretation, reports, and video all in one spot. And we do this with high quality, as we call Hollywood production. We do the video testimonials and the B-roll, as you saw on the last video. And the B-roll is sort of that behind the scenes, fun, very eye-catching. And then you have someone saying, I tried a mascara, or I tried a lip product or a moisturizer, and my skin has changed. When we do these professional videos, we get great lighting, we can do set design, you're getting the high quality, so that when you're flipping through, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or anything else, you're seeing this great content. And a lot of the brands have also done YouTube with the content that we create. This content is relatable, emotional, real, it's inclusive, and we show the results, the before and the after. Many people believe that photos are retouched. However, video content is very difficult to retouch. So people believe that more. So Media Lab Science, I started with, if you think about it, I started with why you need video content. You need video content for your brands because it's what consumers are looking for. They're bored with just numbers. They're bored with just pictures. So by creating photos, video, and testimonials, you get a much better result. So Media Lab Science is the only company that's combining all of these things in one space. We recruit here in LA. These are all people that have been recruited in Los Angeles. Age, ethnicity, Fitzpatrick, it doesn't matter. Different languages. And then we also recruit for different skin conditions, dark circles, fine lines, dark spots, anything that you're looking to do. And then we do the clinical testing. Along with the clinical testing, we're also doing the before and after photos, and then we're also doing video content. And we're getting these testimonials that the brands put together through the production process. And when the brands put the videos together that we created through our production process, they own all of the content. One of the things and the challenges that we've always had as a product developer is being able to find a place that does clinical testing, before and after photos, and video production. Because in the past, video production is often done by people who don't even understand the industry. They don't know the difference between a serum and a moisturizer, and they don't understand the beauty industry. We understand the beauty industry, but we're also in production. We understand product development, so we know about ingredients and claims. We understand regulatory, so we know that when the participant is behind the camera and says, "This cured my acne," we couldn't say that, but we understand regulatory, so we can guide them into saying, "Great, I see that your skin is no longer breaking out. Tell me more about that." So we're getting the best possible information and the best possible claims. The other thing that is really important to understand is that the brand owns all of this social and digital content. They can create Instagram, TikTok, YouTube content. They can put it on their website. They can do before and after photos. And you're going to get 5 or 6 participants who have amazing results, and you're going to be able to tell those stories over and over again, and you'll get incredible evergreen content. In addition to that, the consumer perception studies that we do give the results that can be proven, that can be shown on QVC and HSN. The digital images really are incredible for the before and afters. Everything is done in our Los Angeles office. We have 2 floors. Our first floor is all photo and photo production and data interpretation, as well as testing with instrumentation. And our second floor is a complete video production room. So we have 2 floors here. We do hair and makeup. So we're really a full-scale video production house, before and after photos, as well as a clinical testing lab. And never before have we been able to find a company that combines all of these things in one location. And we wonder, why do you need something like this? Because numbers are just numbers, right? If you say 87% of the people saw more hydration in their skin, that's great. But if somebody tells you that their skin is more hydrated, it feels more plump, it feels more moisturized, and then you see that picture, and then you see the supporting number behind it, all from the same person, it becomes much more real and much better to understand for the consumers. The most unique part about what we do is that the brand owns all of the content, all of the releases, all of the model content in one spot. Every single person that comes through here, every single participant loves testing products because we make it fun. And that's how we get the best participants. So we are super excited to share just a little bit about Media Lab Science and ALS together. And the support that we've had from ALS has been incredible. And we're really we're only 9 months old, and we've been completely booked with all of our studies. So we're so excited to share. And now we'll open it up for some questions.
Thank you, Amy Ann, for the great content and for sharing your expertise with us today. Before we begin the Q&A, I would like to ask everyone to take our survey. You can find the link in the chat function. We would love to hear your feedback. I will give you about 1 minute. We will open the forum for questions now. Please write out your question using the Q&A function in the toolbar at the bottom of this webinar. I will give everyone a few minutes to type in your questions. In the meantime, I will review some brief notes. This webinar presentation has been recorded. All participants of this webinar will receive a follow-up email once the recording is available to view. We also post our webinars on our ALS Global website and our ALS YouTube channel in the webinar playlist. Also, please follow our company page on LinkedIn as we post announcements and registration links to future webinars and other resources and updates. Okay, we have one question coming in from Allison. How many participants do you use in your studies? Are they statistically significant?
Hi, Allison. Yes, so we typically will start with 35 to 40 participants, depending on the length of the study, so that we end with 30. So that for the beauty industry makes it statistically significant. That information will held up for the FTC. In addition to that, in all of the claims for HSN and QVC, as well as your website. So there are times when we will also end with 40 participants if we have a study that is a little bit more complex. And in that case, we would recruit 50 to 55 participants to end with 40. So typically we end with either 30 or 40. And then the second,
oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, the second question I can see is the pricing doesn't really vary on if you want more hydration or pigmentation or lines and wrinkles or spots. The pricing would vary based on the type of testing we would do. So if you're just doing before and after photos without video testimonial, that would be a different price, right? So it's more about the number of tests and the time that the participant is here versus how long or how many different attributes that they have. So it doesn't become more expensive to test for more things. It becomes more expensive when you want more sort of production quality, right? So typically our brands will do before and after photos, some type of instrumentation like Vizia or corneometer. And then maybe at the third time point or the second time point, they'll add in video testimonial. If you want to be able to create video content with before and after video where we do sort of like a profile and you can see what's happening, then you can do video at time point 0 and time point, 8 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever you're looking at. So the expense really depends on the actual items that you're adding on. And we're also happy to give individual quotes as well.
Thank you for that. How can consumers find you or contact you?
The best way to contact us is through the website. There's a, otherwise to email me directly, but right through our website, there is contact us page, and we do respond within 24 hours. And there's also a YouTube video that explains a little bit more about what we do. And we're in the process of, for the 2 different trade shows that are coming up for our industry, we're creating a sizzle reel that gives examples of the kind of work that we do, because all of the work that we do for each brand is proprietary. So we recently did a non-branded video to kind of show the results. And I think that's really important as well, so that you can see the kinds of content. You saw a little bit in the presentation of the kind of content that a particular brand did. But I think it's really important to be able to see the results. And because it's always hard to trust a video, and how long is it going to take, Allison, is the campaigns take as long as the actual test. So if you were to start a study tomorrow, we would need 3 to 4 weeks to recruit, to really choose the proper participants based on what's happening with their skin or hair or nails, in addition to finding the right participants to be on camera. And then the length of the time of the study, let's say it's 4 weeks, and then another 4 weeks to get the report, 4 to 5 weeks to get the report. However, each brand receives all the photos and all the videos within 48 hours. So if you were to do a 4-week study, it would take 8 weeks for you to receive the before and after photos and video content, and 12 weeks to actually receive the report, which is run by the data team. These are great questions.
Yes, do we have any more questions?
I just wanted to add to, without the questions, one of the most often asked questions is, how do you find your participants, right? Like, how do you find these amazing people that are great on camera? And even though that wasn't a question, it's LA. And in California, a lot of people love being on camera. And they've either been in theater in high school, they've maybe dabbled in production, they're comfortable, their friend has been on camera. It's just something that we're really great at. When we do a study, about 50% of the participants are people that have been through our doors before. They love testing products. And the other 50% are brand new, like they've never tested anything before. And I think that's really important to note. Also, our head of recruitment is also from the beauty industry, Kelly Hare, and we've been doing recruiting and doing this type of video testimonial work for the past 8 years. So we're really great at what we're doing and finding the right people to be on camera for the brand that have the attributes that need to be on camera as well. So it's this really unique combination of finding people with brown spots and wrinkles that love to be on camera.
Yes, absolutely. Would you like to talk about the testimonials?
Yes, absolutely. One of the things that make our testimonials so good is that as an esthetician, I spent 6 years behind the chair doing facials, massages, plucking people's eyebrows and really talking in depth about beauty. So when I get when I'm behind the camera and I'm talking to them and they're in front of the camera, it's a conversation. How did you like that serum? What did it do on your skin? Did you like it with a toner? What kind of changes did you see? What are you looking for? So there's this really great conversation that happens, and then we just happen to be filming it. And then we've even had people cry on camera because the changes have been so dramatic. And we just had a study yesterday. We had 2 girls that they love coming in, and they're like, we cannot believe they used to use water on their skin when we found them about 6 months ago. And they have done a couple different things with us. One was a moisturizer, one was an eyebrow product. And they're like, we cannot believe how much we have changed. And they continue to refer their friends, and they're in their young 20s. And so we just get the best participants. And they love the fact that their skin is changing. I mean, I think that there's this misconception that everybody in LA looks great. I think that everyone in LA is trying to look great, but it doesn't mean that everyone's a skincare expert or a beauty expert. And so when I'm talking with them, they're sharing their struggles. And we had somebody yesterday as well who had come to us in one of our studies because of scars. Her scars were so dramatic that she almost was in tears. And she said, I used to not like to talk to people because nobody ever looked at my eyes. They just looked at my skin. And when somebody reveals that on camera and we capture it and the brand uses it, people listen. And that's what makes what we do so different.
Thank you. I really think that you guys are doing a great job and connecting with your audience really well. Well, do we have any more questions? Well, I would like to thank everyone for attending our webinar today. You can contact Amy Ann for any questions, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your week.
Thank you, Alejandra.
Thank you.